According to a new report from Rolling Stone, Donald Trump's aides have basically told him, please do not be an idiot and select Marjorie Taylor Greene as your vice presidential candidate. Now, the report is actually pretty fascinating because it talks about the fact that you have both Marjorie Taylor Greene and Kari desperately both vying to be Donald Trump's vice presidential candidate. And in order to make themselves look better, the two women are, of course, tearing each other down. The report says that Greene has been trash-talking Lake behind the scenes as a, quote, grifter who isn't a true conservative. And Lake, for her part, has reportedly voiced suspicions that Greene has been leaking damaging information about her to the press. Now, listen, before we get into more of this, let's sit back for a minute and realize that neither one of these women needs to go out and attack the other one. I mean, you're both just absolutely bonkers, okay? There's nothing either of you could say about the other that's going to make the public be like, oh, well, I guess I don't like her now. No, the people who don't like you already don't like you. You're not gonna cost them any supporters. The people who are with you are definitely with you, so I don't get the bickering, the back and forth, and the leaking of information about each other, because most of the public just finds you both just absolutely repulsive. Honest to God, you would think you two would be best friends. Kind of like Greene and Lauren Boebert, but they hate each other because they're so similar, but it is what it is. Rolling Stone goes on to say, several of these people independently claim that even Trump is not stupid enough to tap either as a running mate. I love how they phrase that. Even Trump's not that stupid, which implies that, oh, he's stupid, but he's not that stupid. So that is definitely a vote of confidence from your own staffers and aides there, Donald. They're like, yeah, this guy's a moron, but he's not a complete idiot. It continues. Some of these sources say they've already advised the routinely indicted 2024 GOP frontrunner that someone like Greene or Lake would bring nothing of value to a ticket and could easily hurt him with independent and moderate voters who he'd need to unseat President Biden. However, Trump, of course, does love the fact that both of these women have like this slavish devotion to him. They will go out there and do his dirty work all day long. They'll spread his election lies. They'll defend everything he does, and he likes that. And that, of course, is the number one quality he is looking for in a vice president. He doesn't necessarily care about the fact that they don't bring anything to the ticket. Now, I've talked about this at length, both here and over at Ring of Fire. When you're a candidate for president, you need to pick a vice presidential candidate that shores up a lot of your weaknesses. That's going to bring in people that otherwise would not vote for you, which is why in 2016, Trump picked Mike Pence. Trump was an amoral you-know-what, so he picked the hardcore religious right guy to bring in the religious people. Well, now Trump has those folks on lockdown. He doesn't need a Mike Pence anymore. But he does need somebody to help him with the suburban women voters. So he thinks that because he's having trouble with women voters, he'll be able to easily overcome that. All he has to do is just pick a woman, because Trump thinks that, oh, a woman will vote for a woman. Therefore, I solve my problems. So he could pick one of these two nut jobs, but I think the smarter money is on Nikki Haley. Nikki Haley has seen a bit of a surge in her poll numbers. She is not as extreme and crazy on the outside as Kari or Marjorie Taylor Greene. So Nikki Haley can have that more moderate approach, and she could probably attract some other people. She's still loyal to Donald Trump, has made it clear she would pardon him and would still vote for him even if he's convicted, as long as he's the nominee. So all of this infighting, this back and forth between Kari and Marjorie Taylor Greene could end up being for nothing, except for one thing. The report points out that even if Greene doesn't get that VP nod, Donald Trump has still toyed with the idea of giving her a cabinet position, possibly at the United States Department of Justice. So we could have an attorney general that has never practiced law a day in her life, is actually just a CrossFit trainer, and that could be the top law enforcement official of the United States. And I gotta tell you, the prospect of that is somehow even more terrifying than having Greene as vice president. Hey everyone, this is Aspen. And did you know that for the low cost of $0 per day, you can subscribe to the Fair and Balanced YouTube channel? We also encourage you to like, comment, and share, but again, click that subscribe button and help Aspen not be so grumpy.